Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are going to work on November now. And I just realized I went back to October and looked through it. I stitched this around here, and so these are ready to poke notes into, prayers. I noticed that I glued the wrong month on here. So I'm going to go down and print another November here in a little bit. Meanwhile, because I tried lifting it off, but it's glued down really well. So I'm just going to glue that over the top of it and call it good. So that's my plan for that. And so then here was the outcome of October. So now we're ready for November. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my spray coffee. This is instant coffee with like 2 big scoops of instant coffee in this much water. And I'm going to take a template. And I think I will use this one. And I'm just going to spray it with coffee and get this pattern on the background, which this has a big piece of paper over it, so I don't need it. Ooh, wait a minute, I better do more than that. Let me get my plastic. So I get these sheets, these plastic tablecloths from the Dollar Tree store, and just cut them into pieces, and that's what these are. And then I just reuse them until they get really bad, and then I throw them away. So, okay, so I'm going to try to get this pattern. I kind of want to spray here. Okay. Okay, boy, that smells so much like really strong coffee. Okay. All right. I think that's okay. I'm going to pull this off. And I'm going to let that dry. And then that's the one I need to reprint. I'm just going to put that piece of plastic there for now so I can move on. And then this is, let's see. Okay, so that's that. This is the financial giving card. And so I think I'm going to glue some ribbon behind it, or some like trim lace. I got this lace that I sprayed with Distress ink the other day. So I think I will use that. Use my Fabri-Tac. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over because this is, it's kind of hard to get it out. So I'm just going to, while I got it going, I'm just going to cut it. Spread it and hope I can cut it before it dries. Let's see. Okay, so there's this side. And there's this side. I'm going to put a little bit under that corner there, I think. And then this. Okay, let's see if that sticks. And then I will put some more into these corners. And then this will go like that. And that is just fine. Okay. So again, okay. And then this is the praise pocket. And I think I'm going to take a piece of muslin and do some slow stitching on it. I'm looking around here, what did I do with, I had a piece laid out here somewhere. Okay, I found this piece of muslin I was looking for. So I think that I'm going to just cut a piece of that and do some slow stitching on it, like a sampler, and then glue the pocket over that. So okay. What's the color for November's green? Okay, green and orange. So, fall colors. Okay. So, I don't know if I want to go that bright. Maybe a little more subdued. And a brown. And then maybe a green. Okay, yeah, kind of muted colors. And looks like I've got a piece of orange ready here, so that's good. So I think I'm just going to do some straight stitches first. Boy, we used to use those embroidery hoops. I kind of wish I had one right now. It's funny how you go in and out of different hobbies and get all of the stuff you have to have for that particular thing, and then on to the next one. Okay, so there's that. This will be like this. Let's see. I think I'll just start here and just do a little chain stitch. Use up this yarn, this thread. Okay. All right, so there's orange. There's the green. Okay, so let's see. I can do the X's. Okay, and then let's see if I can remember how to do the flowers. I think it's just a series of the, kind of like the chain stitch. Okay, so there, and then I want to do the feather stitch. That's my favorite, I think, of all the embroidery stitches. So I'm going to look at my notes on this one, the feather stitch, because I always have to kind of try to remember how to get it started. So the needle comes up from the back. Let's see. It actually looks like it's this way. Okay, so up from the back. And then you just stitch right next to it. And then down like a V, like in the middle. Once you get going, if I remember right, it's not as hard to, yeah. Then you come over to this side, straight over, go down like a V. I just think this one looks so cute. Then you come over here. You line up with that last one if you want it to be straight, which I sort of do. And I think I'm going to use the blanket stitch maybe at the top of it to sew it on. All right, I'm going to stop with that one and see if I can do a blanket stitch across the top. This is the back, but I kind of like, well, I guess they both have knots on them. Kind of like, nope, that has to go that way. Okay, so the corner's going to have to go on this side then. Okay, that's not going to be enough to go across the whole top, so let me rethread my needle with this other piece. All right, I'm going to glue this down over here on these two sides so I can get a better idea what I'm working with here. I'm going to change my mind. And let's see what happens if I'm going to just do a blanket stitch. I've never done one that wasn't right on the edge of something. I think I'm just going to stitch it across here and leave the fringe at the top. See if that will work. I think it will. Oh my goodness. Here we go again. I need this pocket. Oh, I wonder if I can get this off. Okay, so what you're seeing is me not planning ahead and coming up with the wrong pieces. So I need, or else make sure you've got the stitching on the right side. I don't want to restitch it. So I am going to swap this pocket out, and I'm going to use some washi tape therapy here, and nobody will ever have to know. They might wonder why it's there, but they won't ever know the real reason. Okay, just had to wash my glue tip out again because I left the pin out of it. See if I Okay, how far is that going to cover? Okay, so let me see if I can get my distress ink to fix that for me. Yeah, I think so. All right. I am going to say that works out for me. And put this pocket here. And then I have the pocket that I need for the other side. Okay, now I could have always gone down and reprinted one, but I kind of didn't feel like doing that, so. Okay. Just try to glue that there. And I'm going to put some glue on this. Okay. All right, so there's November. Oh, so this is dry. Oh yeah, I've got to reprint. I've got to reprint this sheet. That's what's going on here. Okay, so as soon as I reprint it, I will glue it on. I'll do it on the next video. I'm going to ink this here real quick. Okay. All right, well, that was a little crazy, but these have all been a little crazy, right? Oh, you know what else I haven't done is I haven't come up with how I want to put my prayers on here. And, you know, this is one that I think I wouldn't mind putting the standard pockets on. I have two different styles, so I'm looking at which one I want to use. So I think I'll use these. Well, I'm getting excited. We're getting down to the wire on this thing. It didn't really take me that long to do the whole thing. If you figure, like, I don't know, what, a couple hours for each month maybe. Some of them didn't even take that long. And that was with all the crazy stuff I did, which you don't have to do. So I think if you just did a straightforward journal, you could knock it out in a day probably once you cut everything out. Now I still need to do the signatures with the journaling paper to put in between. And I need to figure out what kind of cover I'm going to put on it. And I better be hurrying up on that because it's going to be time to bind it. Okay, so put this one at the bottom. Which way does this go? Probably like this. And then I'll put this one in the middle. So it's kind of like a white one, a beige one, and a white one is what I'm thinking. And put this one here. And this one at the top. Which I kind of lost my ginkgo leaf, but that's okay. Okay. All right, well, we've got a special page to do here. And I'll do that with December, I think. I'm going to have two to do with December. So anyway, I'm going to go down and print that out and then go on with the next video next time. So thanks for watching. And click like if you like the video. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.